Hey Roger, you've had to wait there until the 94th minute to grab an equaliser, but what was your assessment of the draw this evening?
You've watched it yourself, you know. I can't legislate for the mistakes that we made for their 2 goals. I think they've probably had 4 or 5 goals at us tonight. And if you look at the chances that we've created, yet again we've had another 2 chalked off, which I find is a real problem for us. We had 2 last week against Ebbsfleet, we had 2 the other week against St Albans. I didn't see a lot wrong with either of tonight's goal, especially the second one. We've absolutely probably dominated, I would think, 80% of the game. To be fair to them, we knew that Carmen had been quite resolute, and I thought I have to give them credit that the way they defended tonight. You know, they put a lot of blocks on the line, they cleared the lines. Thought the goalkeeper done quite well first half. He looked like he dropped a few bits and pieces, but you know, it's tough. It was a tough game tonight, and we make it tough because if we don't take our chances, I mean, as I said to Billy there, you know, he's had 2 or 3 great chances tonight. You know, especially the start of the second half, the one that's dropped to him at the far post. You know, they've got to go in. Unfortunately, they've got to go in. As I just said to my players there, we can't play that type of football when, you know, we're chasing the game and we get ourselves back in the game again, and then all of a sudden, you know, for whatever reason, Ashley took a throw, Josh Rees could have went forward with it, decides to go backwards. Bushy, which he's done quite a lot this year, goes to take a touch, gives it away, and, you know, they hit us on the counter. So really, you know, fair play to them. They did try and press us high at times when we try to play a bit at the back. But overall, I mean, I don't know. You know, when you see the stats, I'm sure when we get the stat man to do his job, you'll see there's going to be plenty of chances that we've created, and we've made a few mistakes to give them a chance.
I think in the first half we started well. I think we was on top. I know we probably played sort of high pressure football. Balls, but I think Shamir was doing really well up top. Definitely was winning the duel between him and their defenders, and we was working off that, throw-ins, balls in the box, and you know they had a lot of. They defended resolutely, you know, as a team. They defended well. If you look what Ross has had to do in the first half, it's not a lot, but yet again, yeah, we concede a sloppy goal. Not to make excuses, we're not in the game of doing that. I do think that it was a foul on Bushy. You know, the guy's taken it well, and that's always going to, you know, it's a human condition. It's going to knock you for 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, and then we kept knocking on the door, managed to get back into it at half time, and you know, maybe I don't think we was on top as much start of the second half, but yet again we give a goal away we just really shouldn't concede. It's simple as that. We don't concede goals like that, we win the game.
It's been a number of times this season, hasn't it, where we've had these post-match interviews and you've said we've not been clinical enough, we've not taken our chances. East Thurrock, on the other hand, tonight they've had 2 opportunities and they've scored 2 goals, and we were punished this time.
Yeah, I think we've gave them the 2 goals. You know, I think the first one, I think, is very much like Cahill the other day for Chelsea. You could see, everybody could see that he's giving him a tug. But Bushy's then half stopped and let him go through. And as I said today, I felt sorry for Josh tonight. Not Josh, for the keeper tonight, Ross, because we've given him 2 chances. Just 2 chances. And to be fair to them, they took him. He pulled a good save off for the second one, and someone's not got back for the rebound. So that concerns me. A little bit of desire that, where was we? You know, why weren't we heading that ball back out and getting us out of trouble? But when you keep making these chances and you can't take them, sooner or later something, you know, you can't keep playing this pressure football. And you see Jeffers, who's scored a great header, but 30 seconds before that, a minute before that, he's had an easier chance. You know, this is where we are. You know, I don't say anybody misses opportunities because they want to. I don't say anybody makes mistakes at the back because they want to. But you know, you can't play tippy-tappy football out the back and all want to look good. You know, we just had to be more resolute. I thought, you know, as a back 4 tonight, we wasn't effective. I don't think Danny got out as left back. I don't think he gave us a lot out there tonight. You know, and as I say, you know, overall, I've got to be happy that we haven't got beat at home. I've got to take a point, but I'm so disappointed because that to me is a win. Tonight we should have won that game. No 2 words about it.
Yeah, they were very clinical. They were very clinical. and I'll be honest, I don't think I've played in a team that creates so many chances during a game. It really is, you know, that maybe not as gilt-edged tonight as probably some others, but I think Bill's had a chance in the first minute. It's just one of them ones. It's very unfortunate. If that goes in, we're 1-0 up after 5 minutes, and it changes the whole complexity of the game. I looked at them and I thought, you know, I'm not sure they, as well as they defended, I think they would have been happy with a point, put it that way, from the start of the game. And yeah, Rod, you know, he's not happy that we haven't taken our chances, but I do think we showed great character to get a 92nd, 93rd minute winner, and we had the chance just missed before that to show, you know, you playing teams that come back, and we came back twice tonight, and I do think that shows good character.
It was good resilience though from your side, wasn't it? Despite the setbacks, you kept going right to the end, and maybe lesser sides would have given up that late in the day, but Jeffers goes and gets the equaliser and nicks you a point.
One thing about us, you know, from the dugout, me and Nick, Tony and that, we ain't, you know, we're not going to surrender. We never surrender. We will always try and change things, and hopefully if something works for us, and great. The boys have got to be better on the pitch. The boys have got to make this happen tonight. And you know, I look at them, and yeah, you know, I'm an arse manager. You know, we've won 5 and drawn 1, and I'm having an interview and I'm a little bit disappointed, because if it's even Stevens out there and they've created the same as us, I'll take a point. I'll come away from it tonight saying, tough game, not a lot in it, we'll take a point. But I've just watched us do what I've watched us do to a lot of teams this year, and that ain't good enough. You know, I go back to losing at St Albans, sorry, and you know, we should have done enough that night. But same again, mistakes cost us. And when you know you've got experienced players at this level, it's quite disappointing, because you know I've got to find how to eradicate them problems, you know, and I want the players to buy into eradicating them problems, because I want them to be at this club. I love them players in there; they're great lads. But I can't keep watching 70% football with a chance of we could be 3-4-0 up. And if they make a mistake, then it doesn't hurt you. But when it's, you know, 1-0, 0-0, 2-1, and the game's tight, can't happen.
You got yourself your first goal since your return to the club, right on the stroke of half-time as well. It would have sent the players into the dressing room buzzing, but how frustrating would it have been to then concede shortly after half-time? Yeah,
it is, and I think it's not actually conceding the goal. It's the 5-10 minutes where, you know, like the other team's got their tails up, so to speak. You know, they build a little bit of momentum, they take heart from that, and it was something for them to really hold on to. I think if we would have got in front tonight and we could have really pushed on, it could have been a totally different scoreline.